Live. And we are live. Hey, good morning. This is a 5 a.m. Mester Scrum show. I hope you're doing well. It's a Monday. This is our 453 episode, and it's about 8:18 a.m. East Coast Standard Time, which means it's not 5 a.m., but it's a rainy Monday. So we're going to talk about that. Anyway, 5 a.m. Mester Scrum show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And here we talk about Scrum and Agile in a practical and tactical way. A lot of business stuff too. So I know we talk geeky tech stuff and things like that, but we'll talk about that too. To bring value to the customer in a timely manner, we're going to talk about time today, so that you can get home to family and friends without working 50, 60, 80 hours a week and have some fun. That's our goal. That's what we talk about. That's why we talk about this stuff and try to do something every day. A little later today, because I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about perspectives, and I want to talk about time to market, because a couple of things is, you watch the news, stuff like that, and we'll kind of talk about that. So it's a rainy Monday here on the East Coast, and it's like, I was thinking about, it's a rainy Monday, want to sleep in, not do stuff, get the kids off school, take it easy, drink a nice warm cup of coffee, and go. And then I'm thinking about perspectives, yeah, it's rainy Monday here, but I bet you in California, where it's like still on fire, they would love to have a rainy morning and they'd be celebrating. We're here on the East Coast, it's too much rain. But over there, it'd be like, we'll take the rain, give us the rain, or a desert or something like that. We could really use the rain. So I was thinking about perspectives, everybody's perspectives, where you can get all glum and slow down on your Monday morning, got to go back to work. But it's all about perspective. So I got to go back to work, blah, blah. What about the people who don't have jobs? What are the people that are, sick or in quarantine, not allowed to go to work, and how do they make their income? So there's a lot of things in perspective. Yeah, you get a little bit of it. Then you just think about it and say, like, that's why I'm doing the show. I'm like, yeah, you know what? My perspectives on things, really, everybody else has issues too. So just do it, man. You got to get out and do it, and you got to achieve it in a lot of things. And I got to listen to what I say to myself, because there's some things that I got to do that I haven't done. But it's really important to keep perspectives on whether things are good or bad, like failures. We talked about failures. Some people, failure is like, oh my God, that's evil. We should never have a failure. We can't have a failure. Some people with failure is like, well, we got a failure on purpose. We pushed the envelope. We tried to see what we could do. So at least we tried, right, to move the needle. So it's about perspective. So think about it as you're working. It's like, make sure you have perspectives like, oh my God, it's rainy, wet, cold Monday morning. I got to go back to work, blah, blah, blah. But think about other people over in California. Forest on fire. They would love to have rain right now. Maybe they are someplace they're getting rain. They need the rain. Deserts, they need rain. People out in the tropical rainforest probably got rain every day. What are you worried about rain? It just rains all the time here. I don't know what your complaint is. We're used to it. And, and having a job, right? So perspectives on what we do, how we do. We want to have fun. It's good to have the job. But here's one thing I want to stress on the perspectives with that, having fun. Some people really poo-poo having fun at work. They just like, what are you doing? You're not being serious. You need to be serious. Really concentrate on work. We're paying money for work. You know what? It's okay to have some fun. Those people that don't want to have any fun, it's like, you got a problem, right? We'll have a little fun with interaction. We're human beings. We like to interact. That's why this COVID thing's so hard with the clampdowns, because we like to interact with each other. So keep a perspective. Think about that as things are tough or not in the perspective. Well, hey, at least we got it now. Like my favorite part, bugs in a sprint. People like, oh my God, we got a bug. Yeah, but I'd rather get the bug in the sprint, because the developers and all, we just coded it just a little while ago, we can fix it, rather than get the bug like future, right? A month or two down the road. Oh my God, how much lines of code did I write? That now I got to find this bug that you found 6 months later in my code. I don't know where that came from. It can be anywhere, right? So this is all perspectives, right? So perspectives in the Scrum world is we find the bugs in the sprint. We test it. We build it and test it in the 2 weeks window. So there's not as much code bearing everything in. In the waterfall mentality, we have thousands and thousands, maybe millions of lines of code burying the bugs that we find 6 months later. It's not that great. Anyway, perspectives. The other thing is time to market. So I told you yesterday we got a new TV because the old TV's speakers all blew out, right? So I'm blipping through, I'm drinking my coffee, I'm relaxing on the Monday morning before I go to work because I didn't have my coachee canceled for this morning. He's over in UK. Who knows what's going on over there? And I guess he's London. No, he's Dublin. Actually, he's Ireland. So anyway, so I was just relaxing. Found out I get my French TV. The only reason why I like it because it talks about the whole world. I guess the French were involved in everything. But now I'm learning in France. They don't talk about any of this stuff in the States. They got 100,000 cases of COVID a day. I'm like, holy crap, 100,000 cases. And then you get 100,000 cases a day. And I'm like, oh my God, what are you guys doing in France? Maybe some connections in France will tell me what is going on. Then all of a sudden you get, I think it actually said like 200,000. I was looking at John Hopkins thing. I'm like, what do you do to get 100? You're just warping everything in the beginning. So you get like 100,000 cases. Like, what are you doing that all of a sudden you're spiking up to 100,000 cases? So I think that's kind of interesting. But then I thought of talking about timing the market. I'm like, well, how many people are actually in the country of France, right? So I went and looked it up. There's like 66 million people in France, right? So there's 66 million people. They're peaking at like, they're saying they're going to have like 200,000 cases a day. Let's say it's 100,000 cases. So if they get 100,000 cases a day, that gives them 660 days somewhere. So every man, woman, and child in France gets COVID. So it's like 2 years, right? 2 years. So I'm like, oh crap, 2 years. I says, well, how long does a normal vaccine take to get in place? Well, I went to this historyofvaccines.org, and they said originally it takes 10 to 15 years. So classically in the vaccine, 10 to 15 years. So this is like time to market. Well, in 2 years, the entire country will have had COVID. So having a vaccine, I don't know if that would do us any good. Maybe in future generations it would, right? But then I read the Mayo Clinic said something about 12 to 18 months. Even that, 12 to 18 months, right? And then there's distribution. That's just them to get the vaccine ready, 12 to 18 months. So everybody's complaining about how we're doing it here in the States. Think about it. Let's just say, I don't know when they started cooking that sucker, looking at a vaccine, whether they needed a vaccine. They didn't know. Let's say March. So we're March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. They're talking November. So we're talking 9 months, right? So 9 months to get the vaccine. At their rate, everybody would have gotten COVID in a short amount of time. Hopefully we can get it out there. But, at that rate that they're getting it, your time to market is shot, right? So I was thinking about the waterfall principle versus Scrum and Agile, being agile and getting product into the customer's hands. Like some of my code people that I had, they would say, oh, we know it'll take us 2 years to develop this code to do all this stuff. And so we'll deliver it 2 years from now. I'm like, what? No, we got to get something in the hands of the customer to use, in a couple months here. Let's get something out there so they can use it and be more productive, and that returns investment so we can build the rest of the code and build this final product that you want. Maybe it'll take 2 years, but we need something to bring revenue in during that. So my thought is, I just dawned on me with this whole time to market. It's like people don't take perspective of the audience and the audience out there and how much time they really have before competition gets there. Other people like it, there isn't that big of a window. It's like in the old school of the vaccine thing. Oh, we got 10 years to come up with a vaccine. Well, apparently it only takes a couple months for new viruses to go around the world. So whatever we're doing, we gotta come up with a better way, right? So hopefully we're getting some disruptors and learning better ways of producing these vaccines to get them out in a safe environment and know what they are and realize in the future you can't do a 12 to 18 month process to come up with a vaccine. We need disruptors in there to come up with a way to come up with quicker, right? Safely, not like, oh, let's kill half the people during the process, but we need ways of figuring that out. You can't, everybody wants to drag things out and this and that. So by the time you drag it out, And you can have, oh, I need to be super, 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 super ready for this and everything. I said, if the rates is 100,000 to 200,000 people a year, think about it. If it really was 200,000 people a year, it'd be 1 year. I mean, a day. So if it was 200,000 people a day would get this COVID, as they're going in France right now, we would, everybody in the country would have had it within a year. So they need a vaccine quicker than that, or just, that's going to get through everybody, right? And if it goes through everybody, and you spend all these millions and millions of dollars building this vaccine, it doesn't help anybody, and you're never going to sell the vaccine. So it'll be like the flu stuff. Well, yeah, we made a vaccine. It was the wrong vaccine for the people. But you should take it anyway. But it's only 25% effective. Yeah, I know, but that's the only thing we got. So just take it. Maybe if you get that 25% case of the flu thing, you get it. So I think we need to be a little more able to, we need to revamp that industry, because taking that long pole approach to what vaccine deploy and getting the wrong one, it doesn't take long for these viruses to transmit across the world and just cover the globe. So we do need some disruptors in that industry to tell them, you can't do business as usual. This is not a coast and most. We need to do sprinting in that industry. I think, I don't know, maybe y'all agree, maybe you disagree. This is something I just say. The reason why I think I got my flu shot the other day, because I got my flu shot because I don't want the other vaccine shot to come in, and I haven't got my flu shot yet. So I figured I'd get my flu shot now. So that's out of the way. So when I have two shots interacting with each other, maybe that's just me. So I got my flu shot, so that if the vaccine does come this year, I've already got my flu shot. So it's theoretically not the flu. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, it's a Monday. Again, key perspectives. Yes, it's a Monday. Oh my God, I got to work. I got rough days. Like, a lot of people don't have jobs. Oh, it's a rainy day here on the East Coast. But they really would like rain in California. You know, there's all perspectives. And what's a failure? What's not a failure? Perspective on the failure. Failure, we pushed the envelope. We failed, but we pushed the envelope and moved it 80%. We didn't get that 100%. Oh, we didn't get 100%. Yeah, but we got 80% of that 100%, our goal. We know where we can do that 80%, so we got 80% return. So, you know, or positive. The last 20%, we didn't get it. We failed. We know where our cap is. And then time the market. You know, we really need to do the agile and sprint, and we need disruptors in this world, because the old school time to market doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work. So we need to get something out into the customer's hands they can play with it, give us feedback, so we can iterate on it and build a better product. Okay? So happy Monday. Happy scrumming. Ring the little bell. Give us a thumbs up. Ring the little bell to get notice. I did just put up yesterday, and I'm updating the pictures, one of our failures in our Coca Mentos experiments. We bought some new magnets. I'll show you the magnets. Went to one of the local box stores and bought some magnets, some real magnets, better than these little scientific shops, and they're pretty strong. I picked up the grill, and I have to show you the strength. Maybe I'll do a little video of the strength of the magnet on that. So we'll see if that works better this time. Okay. All right. Have a great day. Enjoy your Monday. Have a good perspective on life and work, and enjoy. Bye. And have some fun. Fun's not a bad thing. Fun's a good thing. We should have more fun. Serious fun. Fun. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.